Yeah, it's a very good point, actually. I think the only difference is the Mission Impossible films continue to actually be really good.
Yeah, yeah.
The fast ones are entertaining, but the Mission Impossible ones are actually legitimately good films.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, you got me there.
That's
You
probably
got
having Tom Cruise as your lead instead of Vin Diesel, though, to be fair. That might be it.
Yeah,
But
probably.
yeah, I've got the scores then, and it's a little closer than I thought it'd be.
Going in before I told you my score, what did you think was going to come out on top?
I thought Fast and Furious was going to win.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have thought you would have said Point Break because of all the shit you've given me about the Fast and Furious films. I thought you was going to say you would expect Point Break to come out on top.
No, because I know how much of a Fast and Furious fan you are, you see.
You don't know. I could have surprised you.
Well, I've got the scores here, and the result is 193 to 187 in favour of the Fast and the Furious.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I should have bought. Do you know what we should have done on this one? We should have drank Corona.
Yeah, we should have done, actually.
Oh, why didn't we think about this before?
A couple of Coronas. You got the vest on.
I got the vest on.
I might go rob some DVD players if they still sell them. I don't even know if they do anymore.
No, the first Fast and Furious is genuinely a great movie. Like genuinely, like not even saying it ironically or saying it to be funny or to have controversial, but it's genuinely a great movie, and you can watch it. You don't have to watch any of the others, but you can watch it and just enjoy yourself. Point Break's great too, but I can't believe I'm saying I genuinely think I love Fast and Furious more than Point Break.
Yeah, I think I'm actually astounded by how much I enjoyed, like how much more I enjoyed the Fast and the Furious as opposed to the newer ones, because it had been so long since I watched it. I didn't like it's easy to forget like how good and grounded that first one is, because it does get wild and over the top pretty quickly. But that first one is just a really good film, and I think it's helped by Paul Walker just being Paul Walker, who I love. I've already shouted the film out before in the past, but She's All That, one of my favorite 90s rom-coms. He plays one of the guys in there. Let's go, love it. But
that's
also,
the problem. He had Fast and Furious, but nothing else really hit, really, did it?
No. He did a sports movie called Varsity Blues, which was quite very well received, but I don't think it made as much like that much money. So I feel like,
did he not make an action movie where he was a surfer?
oh, I'm not sure. If he did, that would be very, very meta.
I'm gonna have to look it up while you're chatting, because that would be very, very good.
It would, but yeah, I think Paul Walker in that film, like paired with what I think was Vin Diesel's greatest ever performance, like it's so much better than I remembered. And I love Point Break, but I think similarly to you, I think Fast and Furious edges it slightly for me due off the back of those performances, and also fuck Johnny Utah. So there's that.
I can't find it. I can't find what it was called, but it is funny. If you type Paul Walker onto Into the Blue, that's what it was called. He was a surfer.
That's quite funny.
If you type Paul Walker into Google and it shows you, it usually does that movies line there. It says Fast and Furious, Furious 7, Fast and Furious, Fast and Furious 6, Too Fast, Too Furious, Fast 5, and Fast X. It's not even his photos in Fast X. So that goes to show that he didn't really have, unfortunately, much of a career outside of that.
Apart from She's All That, fucking awesome film.
Sorry, yeah, apart from She's All That.
Played Freddie Prinze Jr.'s best friend turned rival. Fucking fantastic performance from him. But yeah,
it was good to see. It was fun rewatching Point Break and seeing like the early days of John Wick. Though I love those movies. Have you seen John Wick?
I've never seen it now.
Oh well, now I know what we're going to do for a future episode.
Yeah, I think we should. But if John Wick was Johnny Utah, he died in the first one. Johnny Utah dies in that first John Wick film, I imagine, because I've heard it's obviously very intense and the action is incredible and elaborate. And Johnny Utah got his ass whooped by just about everyone that fought him. So
yeah, I
don't think I saw him win a fight. So
that's very true.
The guy sucked. I think Gary Busey would have whooped his ass if they had a fist fight in that film. But yeah, that brings us.
You know what did suck, Cal?
What's that? No, not at all. But yeah, that brings this week's CineMatch Showdown. I love that new name. To an end. with the Fast and the Furious coming out on top against Point Break. That was a lot of fun, actually. And it's nice doing films that I'm not like as big on. Like, obviously, in the past, we've done stuff like Back to the Future, which I wouldn't even need to rewatch. But it's nice doing films like this where you revisit it and you notice things you haven't noticed before and things take you by surprise. But I really enjoyed this one.
I think now we've got the bigger franchise. We've got next week's going to be a big franchise. That's your first clue. Next week's going to be a big franchise as well, and something a bit different, which is going to be fun. But yeah, now we start like we've already kind of done Marvel, we've done DC, we've done our favorite films of all time. So now we can kind of go into every now and again do something a little different. I say that as if Fast and Furious isn't a massive franchise.
But yeah, with this indie film, The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, just a little small film for you might not have heard of.
But no, that was good. So if you guys want to find us anywhere else, we are both on X/Twitter. Yeah, down there, you'll see it all. But if you, for some reason, can't see it and you're listening on any of the podcast services, you can find me on those on Twitter/X at Callum Altimus, where now that the football season started, I'm mostly tweeting about Blackburn Rovers disappointing me. But I do occasionally share a film-related opinion. And I'm also decided I'm sharing more of the articles I'm writing on Twitter now. So I shared a couple last night and I'll probably share more going forward. But I'm also on Letterboxd at Caltimus, just changing my way through movies. I think I'm at 260 for the year now, which is absolutely mental.
See, we spoke about this before. I only log them if I've watched it for the first time that year, or if I've never watched it on Letterboxd before. So I've watched quite a few films, but only like I think 72 that I've never logged before. So it just doesn't look like I've watched as much.
No, if I only logged it if I watched it the once, I'd have to take like half of them out for the Back to the Future rewatches that I've probably notched up throughout the year. So I don't do that, thankfully.
40 or 190 them are Back to the Future.
But no, my aim is to try average at least one a day. I want to get to 365 before the end of the year, which I think I'll do easily now because it's just over 100. And I reckon I don't know how many days are left of the year, but it's definitely more than 100.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, 3 months is like 93.
How bad are we at maths that we want to do this on camera?
Yeah, very true. But no, there's like 3 months is like 93 days. What's 3 months? November, sorry. So there's a whole of a month there waiting to be done.
End of November. You could probably do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy. I'll get it done. You got to think as well, when it comes to Halloween and Christmas, I watch like
We'll be honest.
100 movies. Like last year, I think I actually watched like 80 Christmas films. So I'll be fine. But where can we find you, sir?
Oh yeah, at Nay_214 on the old X/Twitter, and at Nay214. It's down here on Letterboxd. Obviously, give us a follow on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter/X, and all the Spotify podcasts, all that business. Last week I plugged my TikTok, and then I did a few videos, and they all got copyright strikes, so I had to take them all down. So let's not do that just yet. Figuring out what I'm going to do with my TikTok.
Good start then.
Yeah, what a great start that was.
Well, you can also head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe there if you're listening to this on any of the podcast services and you'd rather stare into our eyes as we talk about movies, which, I mean, why wouldn't you want to do that? But yeah.
If that don't tempt you, I don't know what will.
Exactly. But yeah, that's it for this week, guys. We'll be back next Thursday at 6 with, like Nathan said, something different, which will explain.
Yet.
You what, sorry?
Even you don't fully understand yet.
No, I'm waiting to figure out what the hell's going on, but we'll explain more in due time. So thanks for listening/watching, and we shall see you soon. Peace out.
Have a corona on us.